first. I see evil, I evil when I converse.
Not today, say.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns.
Go, 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 go.
Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Son of God, no, I am not son of man. Blessings keep falling, the fingers keep coming in. I got you, but just know I'm texting like Uncle Sam. Left to the bank, you know that I'm coming in. We don't do it for the bands though, we don't do it for the clout. Legacy on the line, so I'm moving in and out. Seen good ones turn top dog, greedy ones get knocked off. I keep looking at the bench like I could never not ball. Coach keep me in the game, Curry deadly with the range. I keep looking in the mirror like, who is he? I'm insane. Who am I? He insane. Guess I ain't the one to blame. What's done is done, won't change. Time to live up to my name. Real will be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleep in the while, I won't fall. No sleep in the while, I want it all. I keep God first. I see evil, I evil when I converse.
Not today, say.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns.
Go, 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 go.
Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Told my baby, meet me at the bank. Told my mama, I'ma break the trend. Locked in, I'ma change the weight. Working for my baby's kids. Hard times couldn't make the rent. Working hard couldn't save a cent. Lonely nights, just me and God. Swear to him, always made the ends. Grab a paper, see the news. Hate coming by the tools. Walk a mile in my shoes. Something you can never do. Got my back against the wall. Bet I always pull through. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Sending shots, I block 'em. Superman with the moves. Rock 'em, sock 'em, drop, pop 'em. Play to win, never lose. Run it up, I top 'em. Play full belly too. I hip hop or pop 'em. Anything I could do. The real won't be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I made for a while. No sleep in the while, I won't fall. No sleep in the while, I want it all. I keep God first. I see evil, I evil when I converse.
Not today, say.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns.
Go, 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 go.
Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off.
I can hurt you like you hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, rip it apart. We're letting go, rip it apart. hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, we're letting go, we're I can hurt you like you hurt me too, me too. We're letting go, we're letting go, we're
All right. We
Bula,
are
bula.
live. Hello everybody. This is none other than the Fresh Tea and Coffee manager. We are at.
Fresh tea and coffee,
I hope I'm in
Sengkanda.
the frame. Hold on. Okay. I think I'm in the frame. Could you scoop over? Am I in the frame?
Yes.
Okay, great. So John is on Fiji time right now, and he's running late from
He is.
the village, and yeah, we did a lot of maintenance work here today, and we just decided that it's the last minute for us to just do the live here for today, and also because back at the village, it's still like the Tambu week for.
So
no
yes, grog.
No grog. So John's like, let's just do the live in the coffee shop, yeah, because we can drink grog there. Anyways, so my name is Tui, and this is Achi. She's our
Bula.
manager. Where is it? Fresh Tea and Coffee manager. Yeah. So why don't you? I mean, we're killing time right now.
Okay.
Why don't you explain yourself and what is your role for Fresh Tea and Coffee?
Well, my name is Asilika Marata Evans, and I hail from Kandavu, and we reside here in Senkanga. And as Tui said, I'm a Fresh Tea and Coffee manager. That's it.
Okay. How's it's been how many years now since you're working for Fresh Tea and Coffee?
I was just telling John today, it's the 31st of January. it's to the second year.
Mm.
I've never worked that long in a place before.
Okay. So, so that's a good thing. Yeah.
It
Okay.
is.
All right. All right. Oh, so it's been what 2 years?
2 years
2 years.
now.
Oh, okay. But for me,
Still a
this will be my first year.
Yay.
Yeah, come in 25th of Feb. So
Yeah. Yes, just before staff party last year.
right, yeah, and I just so happened to be part of that too.
Yeah. But how's the 1 year been? How's the journey?
It's been challenging for
Yeah.
me. Profession. This is not my profession. I used to work in a lab, and this was my passion in sort of way. And
So you had like an education background that put you in a lab.
yeah, I studied for that, and this was just like I said, it was just a hobby. My uncle used to run a company in Nandi called Pro Events, so they do events, right? Sound systems and all those things. And back when I was in high school, I used to like go for holiday jobs. I'd call him like, hey, can I come over for a holiday job? And so the first time I did it, we used to go to CCC. There's a AG church in Nosuri,
Oh.
and we used to have this,
near the
the conference and all those things. And first thing he asked me was like, okay, do you wanna do sound system? Do you wanna do lightings, or do you wanna hold the camera? And I saw the camera. I was like, okay, I wanna try the camera. So I guess
fell in love.
yeah. So I guess that's where it all started. But I didn't learn all of these things. Yeah.
So if you were to go back through time, would you like change anything? Is this like
If I had to go back in time, yeah, I would study this.
yeah?
At the
So
minutes, 'cause-
I think it's good when you love your job,
yeah,
like to have passion in that, even
Yeah.
though you studied for
exactly.
you know.
Yeah, so I wanted to. Well, how I started was from that time, and then I worked in FSC lab, and I bought my first camera. It was way back in 2017. Yeah, and I started my own business, photography.
Was it
business.
good?
Yeah, it was going good. It was going well, like really well, until COVID.
Went
vaccine,
sideways
yeah.
from-
So that's when I moved to Tavini.
Oh, and had that job.
They called me up for a sales and marketing position, and I like, all right. They just
have
saw some of
nothing
my
to do.
work. They're like, oh, you'll fit this description, so you should come and join us. So because I also wanted to like learn underwater photography, that's why I was like, said yes, I'll go for this.
So you
And
learned
so-
a lot.
Yeah, I did. From there, and just this 1 year experience with John and Steph and the family has been a lot of things I've learned so far.
Like me as well.
I'm still learning. But I'm having fun doing my job. You
Yes, even though it's challenging,
know? Yeah,
but we are up for the challenge.
yeah. Speaking of that,
Hey, that devil is here.
You got that live yet?
oh no, we're already on a roll. Like this is our show now. It's not, yeah.
We don't need you anymore.
You can kindly leave.
Yeah, I brought the kids.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay, yay! This is the Vuna Grog. Yeah.
And the cheese is right
And
there.
one little chicken.
Excuse me.
Thanks to Liam and Sue for our lovely grog from Vuna Tavini.
Hey, Vinaka.
It's because we couldn't like try it back in the village since Tambu is going on. So
We're
we're
going
gonna test.
vertical today?
Yeah, well, I did it accidentally.
So no,
I started it
Yeah.
vertically, and then I tried to like no, it was like too late. I couldn't like change it anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna hand you the mic,
Okay.
or you could take over from her. Or you can ask her a few questions while I do the lesson.
Oh yeah, you have to do your job.
Do my job. Watch the pot. There you go.
Because if I were to last year, all the cosa will be inside the basin. Munu cosa manda.
All right. So everybody, late for our own show.
Got it?
Yeah.
Are we, what?
No, it's fine.
It's okay?
Yeah,
All right.
I got you guys here.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jonathan. This is Archie. Is that your real name?
No, it's my
Asilika.
like Asilika. I already said introduced myself.
Okay, okay.
Asilika.
So she is the manager for Fresh Tea and Coffee. So for those of you who have been to our location here in beautiful Senkanga, you will get to meet Archie when you come in. Sorry that I'm late, and welcome back, everybody. Tui's gonna go and do his job. He has to lose. But I thought I'd get Archie on today just to like discuss. So we were having a good conversation earlier today, and I was like, you know what, we should talk about some of that stuff because I think it's good for people to hear. And what we were talking about was servant leadership. And so, thank you guys.
Naka, Simon. You have a great weekend. Naka.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, yeah, set. Yeah, okay, cheers. Yeah. Have a safe trip back. Some of our customers at the coffee shop. So this is why we're doing it today, because we're running around and we got to keep the show going. So we wanted to make sure we still get this to you guys. So one of the things we were talking about today was, you know, how leadership is earned, or how some people try to lead. Okay, and you know, we've obviously, as any business, we go through different experiences with different staff members, and I say it probably more than I should because it makes people scared, but not everybody is along for the whole journey. And because life is not about work and work is not life. And so I don't expect people to give up their life for a job. And so sometimes like your job works for you right now. And hasn't always been the case, I don't think, going, especially with generations past, especially overseas. Like when people got a job, they would stay for like 30 years, 40 years. It wasn't unheard of. And nowadays it's a lot. I think maybe because there's so much more development and there's so many more businesses. Like we're in a city where you might have had like what we do in Canada, like have 2 cleaning companies. Now there's like 60 or 50, and they have options. And people always say, at least back in Canada, like the best way to get a raise is to go across the street. Because you just say, oh, they pay me this much, and usually the next person will be like, okay, I'll just pay you a bit more. It doesn't mean that the grass is always greener on the other side. Like I've said before, the grass is just greener where you water it. And so usually if you're a problem in one place, those same problems, unless you fix yourself, will just follow you to the next place. So, and it's not always about wage, is it?
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
And so, yeah, so we were talking about kind of some of the characteristics of people that have the ability. We know some people, right, mutually, that have the ability to be great leaders. And
They do.
and there's obviously things that both me and Archie need to work on as well with our leadership skills. One of the things we were talking about was, you know, the model that we use just because we're a Christian. And, you know, I know a lot of people have, you know, books and different inspirations where they get, or different places where they get the inspiration from. And our true North Star is Jesus
Yes.
in this business. And so, because like he's an example for all things, and including business. And so I guess I'll start off just to get the conversation going with what we were talking about. Maybe I should get my phone so I say this right. But one of the things that we were discussing, or that I was telling her about, was there's a story that always stands out to me in John. Yeah.
John 12.
John 21, I think. And so it's a story, for those of you who don't know, Jesus has already been crucified. He was in the grave for 3 days, rose again. And people are still kind of skeptical about, like, is this Jesus? Is it really him? And so I believe Peter and some of the other disciples were on a boat, and Jesus is walking along the beach. And he yells out to the guys, like, and literally I think he says, haven't you any fish? Or it says in the NIV, do you guys have any fish? And they're like, no, we haven't caught anything. And Jesus says, well, throw your nets on the other side. They throw the nets on the other side of the boat, and they catch so much that the boat actually almost starts to sink,
capsize,
right? Yeah. And so then they come to the shore, and one of the things that struck me years ago, and I've never heard anybody talk about, and I don't know why, is that like Jesus makes breakfast for them. And he says, Where is this? So Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish you have just caught." So Simon Peter climbed back into the boat and dragged the net ashore. It was full of large fish, 153. But even with so many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, "Come, have breakfast." None of the disciples dared ask him, "Who are you?" because they're skeptical. They knew it was the Lord. Jesus came, took the bread, and gave it to them, and did the same with the fish. This was now the third time Jesus appeared to his disciples after he was raised from the dead. And so after that, when they had finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" "Yes, Lord," he said, "you know that I love you." Jesus says to him then, "Feed my lambs." And then he goes on to say, "Feed my sheep." And then at the end of that, he says, "Follow me." And so I was saying to Archie today, like, there's a problem when people, I think, and this might apply to you, if you listening to this, like if you're in a position and you want to lead, either you are a leader or you're inside a company, because just because you work for somebody doesn't mean that you're just an employee. There are a lot of successful people who are more successful than their employers or make more money. You guys might be surprised at how much your employer actually makes. And those people who develop businesses, a lot of times they can be more successful without the risk. Those types of people are called entrepreneurs. There's entrepreneurs, they're the dreamers, they're the ones who go and get things started and kind of pave the way. But every entrepreneur, I think, needs an entrepreneur. And an entrepreneur works inside the business, developing it, seeing the problems and coming up with solutions that maybe at like the 10,000 foot level, us entrepreneurs miss. The stuff that's going on, fixing stuff, coming up with new systems, new processes. And there are people like this that sometimes try to lead without the authority being given to them already. And one thing that I know just from the example of Jesus is that he served people. And in serving people, he gained their respect. And therefore people wanted to follow him. And so the first thing that I saw from this story was that Jesus actually gave them instruction that helped them. And so, which was throw your nets on the other side. So he solved the problem for them. So he identified a problem and he solved it. "Hey, you guys have any fish?" "No, we don't have any fish." "Okay, throw your nets on the other side." They throw it, they have 153 huge fish. Imagine that, right? That's a lot of fish. Even like I can imagine when we go fishing here, we catch like 5 to 10 big fish per person, right? And that's crazy. So 153 would be nuts. And so he gives them an instruction that helps them. He gave them a winning situation. He helped them win. After he helped them win, second thing he did was he made them breakfast. So like, that was a crazy thing to me to realize that, like, whoa, Jesus prepares the meal for them and he's like, "Come have breakfast." And he makes the fish on the fire and all that stuff. After he serves them, he instructs them and he commands them to feed my sheep and come follow me. And I think that a lot of times we might skip those steps and we go straight to follow my orders without having earned the respect that comes along with having served your subordinates or your co-workers or your boss. And in this case, the serving, he just served them breakfast. The serving in the real world could last weeks, months, years even, before you get that promotion or before you have the ability with your clientele to have that much success. So, yeah, what do you think about that story, those steps, and the way that Jesus did that? Do you think that applies to how we can do this?
It's just being beautiful, like having to follow Jesus as an example, because that is what he was all about from his ministry, from coming up. He led by example. He didn't want, like, every single thing that he did in the Bible, he was serving. He didn't expect people to come to him and serve him. He was the one who stoop down and wipe the
Their feet.
disciples' feet.
Yeah.
And
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was just telling you this
Hello.
today, like some mentalities, when you lead, you tell people what to do instead of doing it for them. Like this is why, like I've been telling Tweety, this is the second year working with you,
Right.
and it's just the 31st.
Of January.
Of January.
Crazy. 2 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it doesn't feel like that because the journey has been challenging, but
Hmm.
it was worth it. I loved every minute of it.
Hmm.
The not so good days and the good days, and it is because of I see that in you. Like you led by example, just like what I see in Jesus.
Hmm.
Yeah? And going back to what we were discussing today on John 21, I saw him like when we were talking about this, I didn't really get it.
Okay. Yeah.
So because it takes a while for me to stew over
Well,
things.
it's my like interpretation.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
No, but
that's
I
what
get
the
it.
scripture is cool. That's what the Bible's cool. That's cool about the
Yeah.
Bible. It's like some people see one thing, some people see
You
another. thing.
Yeah. And then after that, just before you went, I was like, the light bulb came on, and I wanted to I was searching for you, and I didn't find you. And then after that, you called. Oh, we talk about. So
Right. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Nice.
So yeah, so. you
What
know,
was
he-
the thing that
him
like clicked for you?
Yeah, it was like the whole thing.
Oh,
like
okay.
what you was talking about, him instructing, and then after that, when they brought like that success over whatever that they got, he came, and he didn't told them like I told you so. Like he had pride, no. He came
Right,
and
yeah,
he,
true, yeah,
like
yeah.
what he did was he celebrated with them in the most
Humble.
humble way.
Yeah, right.
And he went
Yeah,
and he
true.
took that catch and he
Made
served
breakfast.
it and he said, "Well done."
Right.
And
True. Yeah.
And then after that,
Because
they
some people
said,
do that, and then they'll be like, "Told you so."
Yeah, I told you so.
Yeah.
It's like,
So what do you think?
Yeah.
Huh? Other side of the boat, huh?
and then after that, and he roasted the fish and he gave it to them, and then after that, and he told them, like, is this? What did he say towards the end? Do you love?
Me more than any of these.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what does this mean? What does this mean? So their occupation, they were fishermen,
Yeah.
and that represent money,
Right. Oh,
and that
okay.
represent
Okay.
cares of life.
Right.
Do you love me more than this?
Right. These fish. These.
Yes.
This
Whatever that.
possession. Right, yeah.
Whatever that. Represents, and he said yes. So he said, "Follow me. Whatever I just did, you follow it.
Right.
You
I see what you're
instruct. You." And that was when it
okay.
clicked.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
Right.
like, oh,
Right.
yes.
See, I didn't even pick up. I haven't even picked up. Archie's gone to another level. I went to level 5. Archie's gone to level 8. Maybe somebody in the chat's gone to level 10 on this already. Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. It's so because when you said that, like, there's some people who would be like, "Oh, I told you so." I'm like, "Oh yeah, there's definitely."
Yeah.
I can think of even that in myself. You know, with Stephanie and stuff, being like, "Huh, told you so, huh?" Like when you're right, you
rub
like,
it in your face.
Yeah. Instead of just, and then he just served them breakfast instead of like doing something else. Is there anything in the chat?
Hi, everybody, just saying hi.
Hello.
Bula Ray.
Normally, does Archie know Betty and Veronica?
I think so.
Betty and Veronica.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you know them? I don't,
Yes.
Norm's
I know a lot of people. So hi, I definitely will know you.
Why? Like, are they related? Or are you just asking?
He's just asking.
What's their names?
Betty and Veronica.
Betty and Veronica.
There's a lot of Betty and Veronica that I know. There's a lot of people
Really?
I know.
Interesting. You used to live in Suva, eh?
Suva and
Yeah.
Nandi and
What
Singatoka.
was your background? Where'd you go to school?
Rich School and Nakasi High. That is
I'm
where-
just learning about this about you now.
No.
Which school is where?
That is in Suva and
Ah.
Nosari Corridor.
What?
Iya, balik ya bu, di school.
Okay. And then what? And then
And
what?
the primary school in Delana Masi, government school.
Okay. Interesting. And then after, so you
That-
graduated in Suva,
And then from there I went to TEF in Nandi.
Which
I
is
did
what?
pastry, TPEF.
tourism.
Training
Oh.
and productivity of Fiji.
Oh, okay. Is it still around?
It's under FNU now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, yeah. FNU's kind of taking all that stuff over. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did pastry in there.
Yeah.
For, like just
Do you still make pastry or no?
yes. When I took pastry, I don't even know how I passed.
Really?
I was like, I was the worst baker ever.
Really?
And then after that, I had to learn from my mother.
What did you like pastry like legit like croissants and stuff like
Yes,
that? Like real
we
pastry
did that.
pastry.
Yeah, like
Whoa.
desserts and all. I
Yeah.
was like,
So you should be the main baker here. And then didn't you work in a Japanese restaurant?
yes, teppanyaki for daikoku.
Right.
Then
In
from
Nandi?
there, in Nandi.
In
Then I
where?
ca-
Matintar?
It was in the main street
Oh.
in Nandi town.
Oh.
And then after that,
Yeah, Daikoku.
daikoku was
I've
there.
always seen it from outside. I've never went.
In Nandi?
Should
I
have.
know, like
All over, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I heard.
Then it moved to Matentaro.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Interesting. And then after that,
Then
to the jungle.
The jungle, no.
Oh.
To some like tourism.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, hotels.
Oh, yeah,
and then
right,
after
yeah.
that, from the hotels to the jungle. Yeah.
She met a SWAT officer.
Yes.
That took her to the jungle. Wasn't your husband in like the
Police
special
force, and then after that you. And then
special police? Her husband is not a special person. He is a special person, but he's not special.
Special
yeah,
form.
right.
But he's a special farmer.
Yeah, yeah, he is. And then he.
In my heart, special.
Okay, weren't you in a bus accident?
Yes.
Okay, so because I'm just thinking about him in his accident, but first you were in a bus accident,
We were
right?
in the my daughter and I were in a bus accident, and just
in
like
Vanuatu, on the coast, right?
Yes.
Right.
And just 2 years.
Didn't somebody die on the bus accident?
Yes. An old woman. She was just like beside us.
What happened? So you guys are going down the road.
We were going uphill.
Okay.
And then
Lava?
after Yes.
That big hill?
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that, it slid down the bus.
Like it went and then it stopped, it was skidding, and then it started going
Yes,
back?
Going back.
Okay.
And next thing you know, like everybody was standing up and they were screaming on top of their voice. It's like a horror movie.
Whoa.
And next thing you know, boom. Like I see people flying and
Like because it slid back into the. Or did it
Backwards.
tip over?
we don't even know how come we landed in the ditch, because the thing was there was no road that we don't know how we swerved and we landed on the ditch.
Whoa.
Because there was
So how did that lady die? It was in
She-
one of these
she-
buses, right? Like this one? Open one.
it was Dalip.
It was that bus. Crazy. It's that exact bus.
No, but not the same
Right,
driver.
yeah. Yeah. That driver lost his job maybe.
No,
No, well, how can he? Yeah. He probably was.
he's still driving.
Yeah. Oh, is he the fast driver?
Yes, and
Yeah.
he's in the sea still doesn't do it.
Don't worry, nobody watches this anyways. Nobody will know. So you guys were in the middle of the bus, or front or back?
We were on the third front seat.
Whoa. And so the lady who passed away, where is she?
She was in the front seat,
Oh,
like
so
the
close to you.
single seat. You.
Oh,
And she was crushed with a tree.
no.
Yes.
And did you see her?
Like we saw her, we're like
Getting crushed?
in the.
Whoa. Crazy. Did that affect you?
Like for
Like
years.
PTSD kind
Yes.
of stuff?
Like
what?
for after few, because our main mode of transportation was through the bus.
Yeah.
Every time for like about 2 years, when I get in the bus, I get like really, really sweaty.
Anxiety.
You.
Yeah.
But then after that, yeah, stress. Yeah, just pray about it.
Hmm.
I've never seen a psychiatrist before, except for Stephanie.
Did so Hope was with you, your daughter, right?
Yes.
Did it affect her at all? Like seeing
She wa-
watching somebody die in front of her eyes?
No, she was asleep throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that's good actually. That's great. Probably.
And the funny thing was when we went to the hospital,
Yeah.
because the thing was, the bus was like, it did that on the ditch, like
Right.
we were like on the tree, and the front shield came out,
Oh.
like of the bus,
Yeah.
and everybody was one on top of one another.
And the driver?
And the driver was there as well, and like we landed in the, you know where the gear shift was.
Yeah.
Like when I looked up, I saw people hanging like this.
What?
Yeah, because it was like
Oh, like it was like
Yes.
almost straight up and down.
Straight.
Oh.
Like people were like hanging. And Hope,
Horror movie.
Hope, it was. And Hope, she was on my chest. I didn't even know how she got there. And then after that, this is the funny bit. Not the funny bit, when we went to the hospital, when we were getting checked up, one lady kept on giving me strange looks.
Oh.
After a while, I like when the waiting area was a bit empty. I went and I sat down, and she said, "Where's that man?" And I said, "What man?" And she said, "When that bus accident happened, I saw that man. He was standing up.
What?
He
Okay.
was the one who caught your daughter. Like everybody in front and at the back of me were there, like on the pile.
Whoa.
Only the people at the back seat was like that."
Oh.
And she said, "I saw him pick Hope up because Hope was very tiny then.
Yeah, at that time,
If she would have flown, she would have
Whoa.
broken every bone in her body.
Whoa. And he caught her.
He caught her and he gave.
And do you know who she is? He is?
She said that she didn't see him get on the bus, and when we were like, she was looking for him.
Yeah.
She said, I saw the whole thing. I had my grandsons with me, but I knew that something would happen to your daughter because you were like the third seat
Yeah,
in front.
almost in front.
But
And then you never saw him.
I didn't even know that.
Bula, Archie.
Bula.
Bula. Okay. Bula, everybody. Thank you, Liam. This better be good. Happy Friday.
Soko.
That's salt.
Put some more baking powder.
Yeah, more baking powder. More butter for the pastry chef.
Got it.
So, you were. Do you drink Yangona? No, you don't, eh? Yeah.
I can have one cup, but
No, it's fine.
Yeah?
No, yeah, it's totally cool. Yeah. It's forced. No. But you have to have that beer. No, I'm just kidding.
Wine.
So he's an angel probably.
You.
Yeah. Or I don't know how else to explain it. Yeah. Those things, there's certain things that I don't actually discuss in front of people because it's just like when you go to some churches, at least in Canada. There's things that happen, I feel like, and I'm going to talk about things, so if you are not a Christian, I'm going to sound like a fool for a couple seconds here, okay? Everything takes faith. Not believing that there is a creator of this earth and the plants and our perfect human being bodies takes faith as well, whether you believe it or not, okay? I just choose to follow the guy who came down the mountain and grabbed my hand and is taking me to the top with him. And so that's why I chose Christianity. But there's things that happen that I believe like everybody shouldn't be exposed to. And so in churches, some churches in Canada, like people are like falling on the ground and wailing and screaming, speaking in tongues and waving flags. And I'm like, if like a non-Christian person comes in here and sees you guys are gonna look like fools. And I think that happens in a lot of churches in Fiji too. Like, speaking in tongues and prophesying at all times about all things, And actually, the thing about prophesying in the Bible is that if a prophet was actually wrong, he would have been killed. So there is, I believe, like serious implications for people who claim to have the gift of prophecy, and like they actually don't. It's a super serious thing to like say that you have and you don't actually have that gift. But there's things like speaking about angels. They're like, I won't go into way more detail because I feel like moments like that are presented to us when we are ready. You know, like you guys might not believe in angels, and it might seem totally fake, and like you guys are out of your mind until there's a guy in a bus who catches your daughter, who nobody watch get on, and nobody can find him afterwards. And the thing about that road is that like everybody knows each other on those bus
Yes.
routes. Like you'll know he's so and so's cousin's son, or that's my tavale, or that's my uncle, right? So, and everybody doesn't need to pray until you or your family's life is at risk. You know what I mean? And so, I'll just leave it at that probably. But probably an angel. I've had family, that have even recently felt like they had an encounter with some existential being, like an angel, and they're like, I don't know where he came from. There's no way that they could have known that, and it happened, and then the person can't be found ever again, or whatever. So that was a crazy accident, and that was when?
And that was going now 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Have any of you guys been in an accident before, or like bus accident? Is there lots of bus accidents in Fiji? Not really. Like for the amount of buses that we have in Fiji.
Or in the west.
In the west?
Yeah. Those,
Yeah. The big buses that go back and forth.
The way they be speeding.
Dude, those buses are fun though.
Yeah.
Like comfortable, air conditioning, and just like, yes. And like where you go around the corner, it's like speeding and just, way.
From Suva to
Nandi.
Lake Nandi.
Yeah. We always used to take Sunbeam.
Yes.
Is it Sunbeam's still going. Yeah. But Pacific Transport always had like the old buses.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we'd
But
always go
now
on
it
Sunbeam.
has-
But now they have the new ones.
yes.
Yeah, I know.
Now, like, it's good that there's competition because consumers have
Options.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like with shipping. Like it's good, and we need more competition in the shipping industry. I think, but George Gounder might disagree with that. Sorry, George. So you were in that accident in when, 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around 2020.
And then your husband was in a really bad accident in a car or in a van.
The year before last year.
Year before last, eh?
And it was the same month, just how many dates short.
Of your accident. Oh, wow.
October.
Wow. And he is also lucky to be alive,
Yes.
right? Like he busted his hip,
Hip
everything.
and ribs.
Wow.
His femur bone, they say he won't be able to walk.
Yeah. But he is walking.
King.
Whoa. So I'm not trying to like grill you about all your bad experiences in life. But what is going through this kind of like crazy situations? What has it done to you? How has it affected your person, your personality, who you are? Has it changed you, or?
I think it has made me better.
Yeah.
It has made me better, definitely better. Like even coming here to Honolulu, this is not an easy journey for me. Like being away from things that I've known since I was little, and when we came here, we really struggled. The farm.
Yeah.
But then after that, it has taught me to be appreciative of what I have.
Yeah.
Like, before, I took it for granted, like having running water and flush toilet.
Right. Yeah.
Those small things, I thought that I will never live without that until I did.
Yeah.
Until we had to like shovel dirt out of the ground and
To use the washroom. Yeah.
And it has made me like appreciate every single blessing. Like Hope and I, when we got into an accident, like they told me to like spend the night in the hospital. They said that I had the concussion,
Right.
and I told them I'm fine. I had like a big swollen.
I'm fine. Puking. Yeah. I don't feel good, but I'm fine.
But I'm fine.
Yeah.
Just take me home. I just wanted to see Joshua, and
What did you do? You went home?
I went home, and I couldn't
Such a
even
bad idea.
walk. And I was like, "Please help me!" When they got another bus, the same company, And
Oh,
they
yeah?
dropped me off the bus stop and had to walk home.
Really?
And I was asking the bus driver, can you go then drop me in front of like my house?
And he didn't even.
Didn't even. But I was
Whoa.
appreciative of like, at least he dropped me.
Yeah, true, true.
Yes.
One question from Holly. Is she from Tengir?
Iyo. Arre, Tagiri.
Holly Serubat.
Iyo, Tagiri.
Where is that?
That is my childhood family house is there.
Where's that?
Tagiri, the rich school nga, that's in Valley Level.
Oh,
At the back of rich school.
Oh,
So, like, this is my house and that is rich school.
really? Just across the street? Wow, no wonder you're in school.
No,
there.
not across the street, the road.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Across the road.
No, not across the
On the road.
No, she went down the road. What else do you got? Any other comments or anything? Sorry, guys, we're just having a conversation. We're just chilling. You guys are just along for the ride.
everybody just, along for the ride.
Yeah.
Liam, mula.
Oh, did we have any? What's up, Liam? Any comments? Did we get any responses? Any like questions or anything on our story? Let's check. I'm not just on my phone, everybody. I'm actually checking to see if anybody wanted us to talk about anything. All right, give me a break. No questions. Okay,
And
cool.
the tidbits.
All right, what do we got on current events?
I mean, there's one video that's going around
Okay.
about this guy
Yeah.
that beat up the child.
Where? In Fiji?
Yeah.
And there's a video of him beating her?
And the guy is there from here.
Really?
Yeah, they said he's from Naraka.
So can we watch it? Is it on there? Is it on?
Do you have it?
Is it on our file?
No, but
Oh.
the article is.
Okay, read it to me. You on a mic?
Yeah.
So this is a child abuse case now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Discipline children with love, Education Minister. Ngavoka says they do not condone corporal punishment being inflicted on any child, even outside the school vicinity. Ngavoka says that it is an instinctive expectation that the safest haven for any child, which is a place they call home, should discipline children with love. Ngavoka says there are other ways to discipline any child that misbehaves, and individuals should refrain from corporal punishment. So, alright, it's a long article, which she's just like saying all of those things, right? But in that video, the beating that little kid got, it's like this guy with his safety boots. I think he works for EFL or something.
No.
No? What?
China Railways.
Oh, okay. So he kicked the.
It kind of makes sense, I guess, then.
Why?
What? Oh, you canceled my China Railways. Oh, no. Oh, shoot.
He kicked her and like chased her out and beat her with a stick and all those things.
What?
Yeah, and then she.
Were you
ran-
Chinese?
No,
No.
Fijian.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy works for China.
I
Railways.
know he works in China Railways.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they might employ those kind of people, I
Oh my
guess.
gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Moving on.
So yeah, and then the little girl ran down this steep hill, and then I think she fell. You know, on the was it a pathway or was it on the road, and hit her head and it cracked her head. She's in the hospital right now.
No
But,
way.
like, everyone.
Who's filming this?
Yeah. One
Why
of the
is that
aunties,
person not
I
helping?
think.
Yeah.
I guess they were all afraid. Even like
They
there was a
they
guy
telling
there.
him,
Okay,
He was, like,
okay.
telling him, hey, don't. And he was like, no, I don't care. Call the police. I don't care. if
How
I
old is
kill
she?
you."
She's about 9 like that.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
And this
So-
the daughter, eh?
Yeah.
It's the daughter. How can you do that?
Mm.
Yeah.
Beating and kicking.
So it's a very sensitive subject, I think. Like, what do they call it? Corporal punishment?
Yeah.
I've talked to teachers, like even recently, that said like the worst thing that's happened to schools in Fiji is like the removal of corporal punishment. And the fact that like students no longer fear their teachers. And I know a lot of people would disagree with that in public. But when we go behind closed doors, we actually say and do a different thing. Spankings are not something that
You
Are-
openly discuss now?
that you openly discuss anymore, because you can actually get in trouble for it. And I think that it's a sensitive subject, because anytime the government gets involved in family affairs, I think is problematic. So go ahead and like tell teachers not to hit my kids. Like, I don't want you hitting my kids. Like, if I'm a parent and I send my teacher, my kid to school, and a teacher beats up my son, I'm gonna go and beat the out of the teacher, right? Like, that's. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's just like, don't touch my kid, right?
Yeah.
If there's a problem, then just let me know and I'll sort it out.
Yeah.
I'll beat him. No, I was kidding. But like, when you have, I'm trying to be like real like sensitive about this.
Man.
No, but when you have like,
Be real.
yeah, but when you have like an entity like the government, I mean, that itself struggles to get anything accomplished, but then tries to insert itself into a family situation or family life and tell us how we need to raise our kids, is problematic. Because, like, say for instance, there's this thing coming around now. Apparently, close to here in Tambia, there was like a house that had a bunch of like young girls trapped in it, and they were. I don't know why it's not being talked about, and maybe I'm just spreading rumors. But like, I was told by a Turang Nikoro, who was told by the Roko, which is in charge of like the Fijian affairs in this area, that there was a house close to here in Tambia. There was like half a dozen to a dozen girls aged like 8 to 14 or 15, and this guy was walking down the road, and he just heard like people banging on walls and windows, and there's all like girl sounds, and he like walked up and he like looked in, and there's all these like young girls in there, and I guess he released them, and they're all being like taken pictures of, like child pornography and trafficking. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just close to here. And so, since that's happened, now there's something that's coming to the village, and kids aren't allowed to be outside of the house at 6 p.m. And we have, like, some of our village settlement is close to town here, and so we've been told that none of the kids under 18 or something, I can't remember what age it is, are allowed to be seen in the town area without a parent after 6 p.m. So, yeah.
Enough.
So if you want to go to because a lot of times people just sit at home, they need something for dinner, right?
Sandwich.
Go get some noodles,
Yes.
right? Go with this, because parents are lazy, right? So that is laziness on the parents' part a lot of the time. But because government can't be finesse about, they have no finesse in the ability to be like, different situations require different consequences, good or bad. So like in the village, 6 o'clock, like it's 5:30 right now. It's like fully daytime out. At 6 o'clock, like my kids are still outside, like after their homework or whatever, playing rugby, after their chores. Like a lot of kids, they have chores for like an hour or two, and then they like want to enjoy some activity, right? Playing rugby, swimming in the river. And so the government's now like, no more, 6 o'clock you have to be in your house. It's like, they still have like another hour until it's sundown. So you're gonna tell me that my kids can't play outside? Or I'm gonna, as a parent, be in trouble? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's like I understand common sense is not common anymore. But I feel like there needs to be a middle ground of some sort. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think?
Especially
What do you think?
I think it's every parent's duty to look after their kids, and to make sure that they know where the kids are.
Yeah.
That's why we need to have communication is the most important key to have. But right now, most of the time, we as parents, we are so caught up in our phones,
Yeah, that's probably a lot of it, eh? Yeah.
or in our own lives, we forget that that our kids are even there. We are so caught up in the moment, or with work or whatever, we forget that, I need to check up on my kids.
Right.
And sometimes that space, it actually will regret it for a lifetime.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know, with what had happened.
yeah,
Like I've got a daughter,
yeah.
and like we live in the bushes. I don't know if anyone will bother coming that way.
Right.
But even when there's no like neighbors, I make sure that I know where my kids are all the time.
Yeah. Do you ever like find yourself distracted with, just say even a phone, and regretting like instantly like after something happens that you didn't take that moment to like do something with your child? Because I'll just say, for instance, like the other day, I was doing something on my phone and Stephanie was putting the boys to bed, and usually like she prays with them and then I pray with them, or I'll pray with them and then, but they have to pray with both of us. That's just like their routine. We're not going to sleep until the other parent comes to pray with us. Okay, valid. And that night they didn't ask, and I was just consumed with whatever I was doing. And then literally like 20 minutes later I could like hear, or I think I heard Seva like snoring. He does this like, you know, have you heard? Yeah, he
does that?
Yeah, like just like once in a while, like he'll do this like. And that's like him like getting into REM sleep, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Have you heard that before from people?
A lot, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard that from a young child. It's
Oh,
like the
oh yeah,
old-
he's like an old person when he sleeps. Oh yeah, yeah. It's not like a. He doesn't snore all the time, but he'll do this like. And so I heard that, I was like, he's sleeping. My kid's sleeping, and I missed that night, or I missed that like that moment with him tonight, and like. What if I don't get tomorrow with him?
Yes.
What if tonight was my last night to like put him to bed? And like, okay, that's super, like, that's very dark side way to
Yeah.
think. But I don't know.
But
Do you ever
it's-
have any of
it's-
those moments where you're like,
I've had that for like a year and a half, where like it's not just a moment, it was like quite long, where every time I just come home, most of the time I'm like on my phone.
right,
And this year we were talking with Moab, and he was saying like we need to, because the thing is, just like last year, it felt like last year since I put Hope to kindergarten. Now the other son is going for preschool. And
so
that
they're
is-
both in school
in
now.
school, and Hope is in class 5 now, and it's like time really flies. And I don't know where, like, I know for a fact that I didn't really spend as much time that I should
Right.
with them, even though I was there. I was absent because I was
Yeah,
not
because you can be there, but not there.
Not
And-
there.
yeah, right, yeah.
And so this year is spend as much time as I can with them, and just enjoy the moment, because I know it will be like tomorrow, because a year is just like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be seeing them off, and I miss you so much, but I was not there when
Yeah.
they needed me.
Yeah.
Like,
And I also wonder what it's like says, like a lot of times, yeah, I think it was even today, or maybe it was yesterday. I was just leaning over the couch, I was on my phone again, and one of the kids walked by, I'm like, oh, I wonder what he thinks about like when he sees me on my phone. And like it wasn't a moment that I feel like I missed an opportunity with him. He was just simply walking by.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad's always on his phone. Is that what he's thinking, you know? And so like, it's funny because we're always like, don't be on the phone. Put down the phone to our kids, right? Why are you on the phone? And then ourselves even, we're on the phone. So it's like we say one thing to our kids.
and do another.
And then we do the
that's-
exact same thing and we tell them
yes.
not to do. And we're like, oh, you know?
And that is what it comes back to leadership, you know? Like everywhere, like whatever you say, before you say,
You have to live it
You
out.
have to live it
Right,
first.
yeah, yeah.
Like I believe that in parenting as well. Like if I want my kids to do a particular thing, I need to do it first.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like we,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well, what do you got? Anything?
no, Liam just said child negligence is a chargeable offense.
Child,
Communicate
Negligence.
and supervise.
Yeah.
child what?
Negligence.
Oh, child
is-
negligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what they're calling, like what happens?
Unsupervised.
Unsupervised children. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, once upon a time, some naughty student, not me,
Ah,
got in
sure.
trouble at AG school. and got some wax, and school was sent home with a note explaining why I got smacked. Then got another hiding at home.
I think lots of people can relate to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Were you were in school when they're still giving?
You got
spanking,
it?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, I'll give him the mic.
Yes, yes.
There's a teacher called Master Lendua.
Yeah.
So back in, I went to Delkusha Boys Primary School. So for some reason, they made this rule like in the footpath.
Yeah.
So they divided into two. So because it's a walkway, right?
Okay,
so,
right.
Because everybody's just like, you know, when it's recess, lunchtime, everybody's just walking through and it's so busy. So
Right.
they developed this this rule and made the line like pointing that way, pointing back.
Oh.
So like a road, right?
Yeah.
So all the students are going this side. If you cross this side, you'll get a yellow card.
Oi.
So like there'll be prefects.
Singbin.
Prefects, yeah. Prefects will be walking around with their cards. And they see you, it's like, oh, yellow card. Yeah. And if you keep doing it, yeah. and if they see you again cross the line, they'll give you a red. And red card, you go to Master Lendua. And
Yeah, but what if you just take that red card, you put it in your pocket, and
huh?
forget about it?
No, he'll give it to you and take you.
Oi.
It's like, yeah. See, Master Lendua, boy, and
This
everybody's
is like Nazi Germany over here.
everybody's
Like,
scared of
like
Master Lendua, bro. And so
reporting on each
the way he like, you know, like smack the little kids, especially me. First time I did it, so he went like this. He'll call you up like, Mike, come boy, my. So you've been crossing the line. You've been doing all these things, Mike. And then he goes slowly, and then he pinches the stomach and then twists it.
Really?
Twist it and like and it's right when you like tiptoe and then it smacks your face.
Both sides? No.
Walked out there with your ears.
Shoot. So that's a new. There's also
There's different
suplex.
Yeah. So there's like different styles. Like all the teachers I remember by name because they were known for the corporal punishment in school. There's another one, Master Kini. Boy, has this like the gas hosepipe.
Hello.
Yeah. When he smacks somebody's bum, like a little kid's bum, he doesn't like do this, right?
Yeah.
He just like bends over. You'd say bend over, and he'll just like tap on top.
Can feel it.
Wait. Come on, anyway.
What kind of spankings did you get? Like any interesting ones like Tui? I feel like, you know, maybe those are either getting creative on you, but.
Huh?
Yeah. But the ones that I have is like the duck that we do.
Oh.
But
My
yeah,
dad said there was one where they would.
Go pussy, you always get cut a lot.
Yeah.
Take the dust and boom.
Yeah. Yeah, right on your fingertips. Like you have to make like a perfect like.
Yes.
Put all your fingertips together.
And
Huh? Yeah, I do it just for fun.
I had a
No.
teacher.
You've got the dust there.
Yeah, I know one of Mrs. Wembuta. Mrs. Wembuta, she does Google pussy.
Is it?
Hey, and if you have long fingernails.
Oh, dude!
Oh, feel it. Like when he's talking, you can still feel the.
Really? See, I never got spanked in school. I never went.
was like,
Oh, I shouldn't say. Yeah. I got spanked a lot, but
Not in school though.
no, that was homeschooling. But
I know.
yeah, but no hard feelings. It made me the man I am today.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of mental issues, but I'm okay. What's going on?
I sold to the master Lendua of Delkusha Primary School. He's pinning kids. One yellow card at a time.
So do you know this person?
Oh, Liam, Sue.
Oh, Liam. Oh, sorry.
Sue.
Oh.
Normally, I went to Singapore Catholic School. One of the nuns.
Oh, here, wait. Yeah.
Go on.
It's like, I went to Singatoka Catholic School. One of the nuns washed my mouth with soap for swearing in class 3.
With soap, real soap.
Yeah, soap.
Yeah. I've done soap before.
I've had
I've been an issuer of soap.
with I had the chilies.
Yeah, I issue chilies once in a while as well.
But I would say, coming out of that, I'm like,
I think we
I'm
are
fine.
better.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You.
Yeah. I can't feel my legs, but I'm fine.
But the thing is, you know, without corporal punishment, and like, I've been to a primary school. Like,
Oi,
I think 2
sombo.
years ago. 2 years ago, I went to a primary school, and then I went in.
Just to get a spanking.
No.
But he's going to find a nice madam to do. Yeah.
Okay, who's all the madams here? I choose you. Yeah.
Just walking past, and like I can hear students swearing.
Oh, yeah.
Swearing, it's like, and it was like normal. The teachers just sitting there doing nothing.
No, but it's
Oh,
normal.
they're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
doing anything anymore.
Yeah,
Because
they swearing, they be playing, chilling, and then I just went to one teacher. What? Okay, I went to Coro High School, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I went to because my brother's
brother,
teaching
yeah.
there, and I asked him like, "Hey, is this normal?" It's like, "Yeah, because we can't. We'll tell them to stop, but sometimes they would talk back to us,
Right.
like, oh, you're not my parents." Yeah. So like, boy. I'm like, man, I wish these kids were like, you know, back then.
no, but that's the thing. Education starts at home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for
So, sometimes the parents, they think it's the teacher's job to do that.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people treat school just like it's a daycare. Like it's not actually a place for your kids to get an education. It's just a place because you don't want to, like you have a job, and so I got to go to my job, so my kids got to be taken care of by somebody. You know what I mean? And so like I expect the teacher to teach them morals. I expect the teacher to teach them math and science and everything. And like I won't help them with their homework. I'll be on my phone. You know what I mean? And so a lot of times we just like they're raised by the teachers more than they're raised by us, right? And so
It's sad though. It's sad.
yeah, I mean the same thing happens overseas, especially with people who get nannies and stuff like that. Like they'll come home and their nanny will make the dinner, or they clean the house and look after the kids, and then they don't have to do anything. And so then somebody else is raising your kids anyways.
Yeah.
So why have kids sometimes?
I'm like, no wonder the world is getting like messier as as time goes, eh?
Yeah.
Because parenting is about just putting food on the table for the kids and putting a roof over their head, and it's not about inputting morals and like spending time with them and developing them as
Yeah.
a person and developing characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. And like a lot of time it's just like once you have kids, now life is about providing for kids, not about raising them. And I'm probably guilty of this a lot of the time too. I'm more concerned about providing for my family than I am about like raising them, living in the moment, you know, and like actually being mindful about the now, thinking about like how am I going to set these two men up for success down the road. But it's like that's down the road. How about now? Like what lesson did you teach them today? You know? And I think yeah, we're just concerned about providing, not necessarily raising and nurturing.
It's from Sultan. Kids will mimic whatever they hear at home. And nowadays, whatever's on Nana and Tata's For You page.
Oh, for you, like on social media?
Yeah.
Yeah. For you is on what? Facebook? For you? Or is this your feed?
TikTok.
TikTok? Oh. Actually, I don't have TikTok on my phone. This is funny
I feel like
because
a dinosaur.
I get posted on TikTok every day, but I don't have TikTok on my phone. I keep getting notifications in my email like, you have new followers, or like, you recommend this video, and I'm like, I don't even have TikTok. It's just because I never actually, I didn't start on TikTok, and I'm like, I just don't need like another distraction. Because it is like definitely, it can hook you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where Instagram and Facebook got all their newest ideas from, or the pressure to go video and reels, right?
Yeah, that's where kids nowadays go to. TikTok. TikTok is like, they watch.
And every customer that have been coming here,
Yeah.
oh, you guys in TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Hey?
Most of them. Like it's the old people who are in the Facebook.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's. There was a story from my cousin brother, and he was actually in Senkanga secondary school here when they were young. I think he got like slapped or whatever by one of the teachers because he was being bad. And then there was a carnival here, and then him and like some of the boys, like when the teacher went behind one of the tents, then they assaulted the teacher.
Oh.
In the night. They all put on like masks, and then they assaulted the teacher back.
Oh. Yeah. It's nothing unheard of.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't.
Get him back.
Yeah, it's like weird how like people are like, oh, kids aren't like they used to be, or like in my time we never would have done that, and that's always just coming from the grandparents and parents. And it's like, well, you guys are the parents. Like you won't hear me saying that because like I've thought about like that's a silly thing to say. Like, oh, kids these days. It's like you're raising the kids these days. So it's kind of like your problem. My problem. Right?
True.
Like when you see kids out here messing around and you're like, oh, kids these days, like no.
Do something.
Yeah, do something. Instruct them because they are under your leadership. I guess that's one place maybe where leadership is not necessarily earned. Like what we were talking about before. Maybe, yeah, as a parent or like as just an adult, you just get to, like it's your responsibility to just instruct, right? You don't need to earn kids like respect to a certain extent, like because like first comes like I need to protect you, don't cross the road. Well, like because I like that's why I'm so strict with my boys about like first you say yes dad and you listen to me and then you can ask may I, like if you want to do something other than what I'm telling you to do, because in a situation I always just think about crossing the road. If I'm like don't cross the road and they're like I'll cross the road, then I'll listen to you. It's like, well, then you're dead. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, first it's yes, dad. Then you can say, but may I? Like, the but part needs to always come after the yes, and because like safety. And so I guess maybe with kids, like we do need to earn the respect, but there's a time when there's a time before a friendship with your kids where you are the parent, and like. It's harsh, but like, and you guys might not see it in like the videos and stuff, but that's why you get to join. That's why you guys are on this live, is that you can hear like a different side. But like, me and Stephanie will say to the kids at times, and maybe this is not the right thing to do, I don't know, but we'll say like, I am not your friend, I'm your mom. Or like, I'll say like, I'm not your friend, I'm your dad. You know, in a certain moment, to be like, because it's very easy to be the friend. It's actually easy. Like for us, because I think us as young parents are now friends with, we're in the stage where we are friends with our parents. Not necessarily, because like we're our own people, right? We have our own families, we're independent. And so people need to make that transition from like parent to friend if you want to like have like a really meaningful relationship, I think, with your kids. But there's a time when you are not friends. And like sometimes I am a friend with my kids when we're playing or we're in the river or going fishing, but then there's sometimes where it's like, in this moment, if they're not listening, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent, and you just need to do what I say. Which is harsh, and it's not fun, but like sometimes...
It's like a life and death situation.
Yeah. But some people probably are like, no, because that'll like scar your kids, and then they'll be afraid to be friends with you. I don't know. Or like they'll never trust you. What?
No, it's coming.
Oh, what? Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry guys, we only have 2 mics. So.
From Sue. He needs to tell the story of his last boat trip from Suga.
What?
I haven't told you about that, right?
No.
But I posted it.
On your personal?
Yeah, check it out. Let me show it to you on Twitter.
Just don't go into my pictures, huh?
Okay. Oh yeah, some XX.
I take lots of selfies.
Yay! Love myself at all.
Basketball.
So yeah, my trip was really fun.
Why you
fun.
when somebody spanked you?
Huh? Yeah, the captain. Skinny dip. Hey, pup. Don't start.
Man overboard.
So I went on the I went on the Interlink.
Oh.
Interlink, yeah. And coming back, right?
Yeah. So Interlink is a shipping service in Fiji. FYI.
Yeah. So I wrote that and I put that up.
Dude, had an amazing boat ride last night with Interlink shipping line. The staff was super friendly and the boat was impressively clean and well sanitized. Definitely recommend it. Every penny was well spent. Dude, that's just straight bed bugs?
Bed bugs, bro. There was a lot of it. I just went and I saw like an empty space, like chairs.
Whoa.
And
It looks like a bird.
Oh. Oh.
yeah, it's so worse, bro. Right?
Wait,
Dude, it's crawling.
Milit-milit tayo.
Show it to you. Show it to you.
Okay. Dude.
Okay.
Well, how are they going to see it?
Oh yeah. Oh wait.
You have to turn up the brightness. Yeah. There you go. Dude, I'm sweating.
Do you had some on his beard when he came back?
Hey. So, I don't know if you can see that. That's
Found
like-
a new home.
between the seats, right there. Those spots. Those are all bed bugs.
Somebody's butt.
Oh, yeah. In between the butt?
And this is in the Interlink boat. Look at everybody. Everybody's just lying down there, sleeping peacefully.
Dude.
And you.
I just went, lay down for a couple of minutes, and I started feeling this
No.
bite. It's like-
Bite?
And
Instantly?
I just instantly, and I'm okay, this feels weird. I stood up on my torch, and I was, oh my gosh, there's a lot, and I got goosebumps, and I just stood up, and
What the
I
heck?
was like, okay, no, I'm not sitting on this. So I lay down on the floor, because the floor was I don't know, was it
Carpet?
No, it wasn't carpet.
Oh.
It was tiles, I think.
Tiles.
Yeah, lay on it, and just for a couple of minutes, I start feeling it again
No.
on the torch, and they were just crawling on the floor too. It's like, man, I stood
Same
up.
time jump. Same time man overboard.
And this was just, the boat was leaving. The whole time, bro, I was just standing around the boat. I didn't even want to sit down. I was just
So what are you going to
walking
do
up
next
and
time?
down.
Dude, take the airplane.
Huh?
Take the airplane.
Yeah, I'm taking the
You got
airplane.
to start flying. You have to.
But I don't know why. Why aren't they, like prioritizing this? Like sanitary, like in
Yeah.
the boats. Because it's just, you walk in, they say it's like clean and everything. You pay good money, to sit
Yeah.
down. And still, this has been an ongoing thing. And I've seen like comments saying, oh yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about this boats, Interlink, Gaunda. It was the same with Gaunda as well. But still, they're not doing anything about it.
That
So-
must be the old boat. So you-
It's just all of
It
the
doesn't even
boats.
take much to get bed bug infestation, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, it doesn't, like, it wouldn't even have to be an old boat for it to be like that. That could be after a few weeks, just like they
Yeah.
multiply so rapidly.
Yeah,
So much fresh blood every day,
man.
you know?
I was just walking around
Yeah.
the whole trip.
No way.
Took my clothes, put it in.
So, okay, how much, let's put it this way, in like a supply and demand, like market situation. So you pay how much for a one-way boat ticket right now? 75?
65.
65?
Mm.
How much more would you pay? And how long does it take
for
you?
plane.
How long does it take you? in
How
boat?
long?
From Senganga to Suva. Like total time. We're talking for
If I live
2
here,
hours or 1 hour, 5
Bus
hours,
ride. Yeah.
7 to 8 hours,
Mm,
right?
mm.
So how much more would you pay if that boat was bug free and you could be there in 45 minutes?
Yeah, I'd pay.
Huh? Well, how much more would you? How much more than $75 would you pay?
Like, how much more?
Yeah. Like if
Is
the
it
boat
like
costs
$50,
the boat
$20?
costs you $75,
Right.
right? But you have bed bugs and it takes you like up to 10 hours to reach your destination, right? If there was another option that was bed bug free and it did it in 45 minutes, how much would you be willing to pay?
150?
80, 100, 120, 150.
Then
Yeah.
ticket.
So if it's 150 and you get there in 45 minutes and it's no bed bugs,
Yeah.
you won't do it?
Yeah.
You won't?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So that's like the cap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would see it this way: the plane is faster, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of us is, you know, working throughout the day, and the plane here doesn't fly in the night too. So to me, if I travel in the day by boat, it's a waste of time, and also because I'm working, right? I'm working
Yeah.
throughout the day, and the nighttime is the time that I'm free.
Right.
Only, and that's the only option for me
Right.
to go across.
Yeah.
You know,
I know. I'm just interested in hearing like what is it? Because to me, it's worth
The comfort.
not the comfort, just like not bringing bed bugs home. Because when I bring bed bugs home, it's gonna cost me
more.
heaps of time. I have to take everything, like literally everything, out of my whole house, if not at least my bedroom and all the bedrooms, right?
Because you
And then I'm gonna have to hire or buy fumigation stuff, which is like $100 a bottle. But what's your time worth? What's a couple Saturdays worth? To me, you know what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? So like,
The
washing all my
time-
clothes, taking out all the stuff from my room, and bringing, you know, because I brought bed bugs home, is worth a couple $100. But like, people don't think about time like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, cause they're like, oh, $75, but like, I'm not saying you're thinking about it wrong. I'm just saying like, I feel like it's worth like a mindset shift to be like, okay, if I bring these bed bugs home, what is that gonna cost me? Beyond the like time and the physical ticket money.
If I have the option, yeah, I
for
would. I
thought.
would. But
And I just want to say
Yeah.
this live is brought to you by Fiji Airways.
You're so.
but yeah, if
Back
if
into
I
that.
didn't like be working throughout the day, I guess I would take the plane.
Right.
But
But you
people-
can.
But most people, no, I want to work.
Huh?
I want to work.
Work at night.
Night walk.
Night walk.
But
Night walk.
you know what I'm saying, you know, right? Because most people would like prefer to travel by boat because of that
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people travel by boat
it's
too
cheaper.
because it's cheaper.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I do.
they can take a lot of stuff, like you know,
Yes.
their root crops or whatever.
Right.
You take it across. But it's just I've seen this a couple of times now, and then they're not doing anything about it, and I don't know why the government is.
So what you do though, what you do is you don't give them your business.
Yes.
That's what you do. Is you don't give them your money anymore.
Because
Like
you're
that's how a free market, like everybody wants like the government to be like, you have to fix this, but like the way you actually like correct market is by not giving those people your money. Like they can't control us like that, right? So we fly Fiji Airways, and we just send them with our root crops, and we go pick it up at the port when it gets there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to actually execute, right? It's hard to execute. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, because like if we actually think like there's a certain business that's like annoying, it's like, or not doing things right, then like, stop giving them your money. Stop allowing them to profit and spread the word.
It's that easy. Sometimes we deal with it like in a very complex way,
Yeah.
but I think, yeah.
But not everybody has that kind of money to
That luxury.
Yes.
yeah to throw
The
away.
luxury.
Okay, I'm just gonna fly an airplane.
Yeah, but like lots of people come home and then like after a few months, then they have to burn their mattress, and then they gotta go spend $100 on a 3-inch mattress.
You know what I did?
It's like you should have just taken the plane and not brought the bed bugs home and saved yourself a bunch of time.
You know what I did though?
There'd be so many people if they see this,
I
they'd be
came
like, oh, must be nice. Must be nice to be able to take a plane. Well, I tell you what, I haven't taken the plane for a long time, and last time I did, put me in more debt than I was already in. So, because I had to be back the next day. No, it's not. Just
You know, boss.
yeah. I'm the.
Boso. Boso level.
Is there money falling on my pocket?
Shoot, you know what I did when I came back? I came back, went to the office.
Yeah.
I was like, Roy. He opened the door. So I brought my towel. And just outside at the back where the
Yeah.
sink is. taking my clothes off.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
I didn't want to go in, so I was like, I'm just looking around. It's like, okay,
He was
I know it's
butt
like
naked
2 or
outside.
3 o'clock in the morning.
me.
Hey, yo,
Cockroach, spank me!
fully naked outside. Took out all my clothes, put in a garbage bag.
Yeah.
Went straight to the bathroom, showered, scrubbed my body, just check.
Save
Okay.
your beard.
Yeah. So make sure I'm like,
Leave
I
the
don't want to
scrub
like
on.
infest this place.
Yeah.
And the next day I took my clothes and I did the laundry at a vast place.
Shoot.
It's so bad, man.
You
Like-
didn't have nightmares?
The best thing to do, guys, if you have bed bugs, is just to boil a huge pot of water and just put your clothes in it. That kills them. Like if in that situation,
Yeah.
like take off your clothes, boil a pot of water, and just put them in. Like I think it's like 60 seconds or something, and it'll kill the eggs and everything. But like there's this like concept, or like there's this idea that like if we put our stuff out in the sun, like day after day, eventually the bed bugs will go away. It's like that doesn't actually do much. Like if you actually want to like get rid of bed bugs, you have to like soak your stuff in boiling water and kill them chemically, because you can kill and maybe get rid of the bugs, but like the sun will not kill the eggs, and that's what. That's where like people will be like, oh, there's no bed bugs, and then 3 weeks later the eggs hatch, and you have bed bugs again. So like, because in the village we always see this. Like one house, like first sunny day and all the stuff is outside, and it's like, oh, that's bed bugs. Usually, right? Especially like if they don't have little kids, but they put the stuff outside. You're like, no Mimi in that house. That means the Kunimode must be inside that house. Yeah. But it'll like the bugs might crawl away, or a lot of the bugs might like dissipate just because of the sun, the heat of the sun. But the heat of the sun will not kill the actual eggs. And you heard it here first. And this live is now brought to you by Rent to Kill.
I got an advice.
Oh, okay.
How to become a professional problem solver. I want to become like a modern day Winston Wolf, but less disposing of bodies and more helping men broken relationships, teaching people to budget correctly, set up new furnitures, perfect their favorite recipe, anything and everything. I think I have a pretty diverse skill set where I can solve just about any problem or find the right information if I don't know it. What is the best way to find people who have problems that need to be solved? Whoa.
Interesting. Like who did you say? Because I don't even know. I'm an idiot. So I tell you guys that every live. I'm an idiot. So you're gonna have to tell me that name again.
Winston Wolf.
Winston Wolf.
Winston
Yeah.
Wolf.
You know who that is?
No,
Wow.
probably he's a serial killer.
So can
He's a
you
problem solver.
read the last part again? Just the last half of that. This is interesting. Oh, you're looking up Winston Wolf?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the best way? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the best way to find people who have problems that need to be solved? Oh, Winston Wolf is the actor.
Oh. He acted in what? Guys, we're figuring this
A
all
lot.
out as we're speaking. Oh, we never used the actual tripod, eh? I brought it in
Yeah.
the truck, but it's okay. Sorry, you guys might get a little shaky while...
It's this guy.
Oh, Liam Neeson?
No.
Hello. Oh, he's an actual... Dude, he looks like old Liam Neeson. Okay, okay, he's actually a person. Okay, interesting. Okay, read the last end of the question again. So we're answering this gentleman's question, how to become a
I
professional
think it's
problem solver.
okay. Yeah. What is the best way to find people who have problems that need to be solved?
Well, I think like anything that you can. Everybody has problems that need to be solved. That's the thing. They just might not realize it. You need to just help them see it. So, okay. I wish I could do this like live as we were talking, but I would say the best place to start is probably solve rich people's problems. So think about the rich people and think about the problems that they might have because they pay more because they're rich. And so where Like, okay, we're just about to launch our media company in about a week and a half here, officially, and so it will not be a cheap service, because we're better than everybody else, and we've proven that over the years, and the product that you're going to get is going to be superior to other people's, and the efficiency in which we're able to deliver the product will be better than other people's. So wealthy people will pay a lot, and a lot more than not wealthy people, and they're usually a lot less of a headache. I can say this because we have a business in Canada that caters to wealthy people, and so we actually have a profitable business because people just assume that we have a more quality product because we have an organic residential cleaning company. It's a cleaning company. It's not that anybody in Fiji, if you're in the city, you can start a cleaning company. It's not rocket science, right? But if you cater to wealthy people, you need less of them, and when the money leaves their pocket, they're not like, oh, that hurts. They're like, I want my house to be clean. The house is clean. I will give you the money.